For me, church has always been about the friendships I have here and being exposed to new ideas or different perspectives through the sermons that we see here. In other words, a very social, very intellectual experience. But I got a chance to see another side of what church can be to people this summer when my wife had a health scare. We went into the hospital with, she had abdominal pain and we thought it was appendicitis, but it turned out to not be her appendix, and they removed an unknown mass from her abdomen. A few days later, we got the results back, and it was cancerous. As you might imagine, that threw us into a frenzy of doctor's visits and tests and poking and prodding and big, long words that we've never encountered before. There was a lot of time spent looking things up on the internet, reading about treatment options, and so on. I have the type of personality where when a crisis comes along, I will work on managing the crisis and set my emotions aside for later. And that's what I was doing. I was, making sure that our children had an understanding of what was happening, but weren't scared unnecessarily. I was trying to get a sense of what might be coming next for Lauren, that kind of thing. And I wasn't really giving myself much time to deal with the news itself or how I felt about it. And a few weeks into it, I had a Sunday morning where there wasn't anything pressing going on, and I decided to come back to church for the first time in a while. I have no recollection of what the sermon was about that day, because I came and sat in the back in the social hall in one of the chairs here, and I ended up just sort of weeping for a while. And it felt so good to get that out. For a few minutes, there wasn't anything expected of me. I was alone with my thoughts and the fears that I was facing, and I was able to deal with them for a little bit. And that was really important to me, really important way to keep my sanity about me in that hard time. So that's what church is and what it can be. Yeah, it's a great place to have friendships, meet new people, ideas and perspectives, and to work together to make the world a better place and all that. But it's also a place where we hold each other through bad times, where we celebrate each other's joys, where we mark the big transitions of life. And I think I have a new understanding for how important that can be. So now when I think of church, that's what I think of. And I should add that just before the new year, we got news from Lauren's doctors that she has no evidence of the disease. So that's great news, and we came out of it relatively unscathed, except for a few months of uncertainty and fear. So I'm really happy to be where we are now, and I'm glad the church was here for me while I was going through it.